Good morning, children. Welcome back. In today's session, we are going to continue Unit 4, Part 2 of Class 3 in Social Science, Safety. Come, children, let us learn. Before going into the session, let us have a recap of what we learned in the last one. We learned what is safety. Our life is very precious and important. But in our day-to-day life, accidents may occur. Maybe at school, at road, or at home. We have to be cautious to protect ourselves from dangers. How can we be cautious? We should know the safety measures and we should follow them. There are some reasons for accident or danger. The first one is haste or urgency. When we are in a hurry, there is a chance for an accident. The next one is carelessness or negligence. When we are very, very careless, accidents will occur. The third reason is lack of awareness. If you are not aware of the dangers, then also there is chance for accident. If we are indifferent or we are having contempt towards anything, then also there is a chance for accident. While on the traffic, while we are on the road, if we try to violate or disobey the rules, accidents may occur. Lack of formal training. If you are not trained, for example, when you try to ride a bicycle, what happens? You may tend to fall. So once you are familiarized with it, you will be able to ride it very comfortably. Another one is not following the safety measures. When you are at the narrow edge of a river or a lake, you should not push yourself down there. In our lives, accidents will be caused by fire, by water, vehicles, electricity, toxic organisms like the scorpion, snake, and sharp weapons and glassware, or even pesticides. The medicines which we are used to kill the pest, like HIT or Harpic. We also learned about fire safety. We understood the reasons for fire accidents. Fire accidents can occur in crackers or explosives, electrical short circuit, leakages in gas cylinders at home, or highly inflammable things like kerosene or petrol. We also learned about the precautions to avoid the fire accidents. The first one is we should handle the highly inflammable things carefully. We must be very, very careful when we are using the inflammable things like kerosene and petrol and so on. The next one is a person who cooks can wear cotton clothes, as cotton is very difficult to catch fire than the synthetic fibers. It is better to wear a cotton cloth while you cook. You should close the cylinder valve after cooking. You would have seen your moms closing the cylinder valves after they finish their day's work. So that must be done every day. And you should not play with fire. You should never play with the fire. And while you are bursting crackers, you must be very cautious and careful. And you should be doing it under the supervision of the elders, of your parents or your elder brother or sister. In case there is a fire accident, what are the things we do? We have in our school, we have a fire mock drill, isn't it? Where you are trained to do the precautions. What are the things you have to do in case of a fire? Do you remember, children? Every year we have a mock drill. First thing is we have to use a fire extinguisher. You have to use a fire extinguisher or execute fire warning systems in the building. Like the alarms, you have to set off the alarms. Cover your mouth and nose with wet cloth when there is smoke. At the smoke, when there is smoke, you have to cover yourself, your mouth and your nose with a wet cloth. Then, suppose somebody is catching fire, use a sack to put off the fire when it spreads over the body of someone and bring them to an airy place. And when your cloth is in fire, you should never run. Just stop there drop down and roll on the ground. If you run, the fire will spread rapidly. Once you roll, the fire will be put off by itself. And to inform any fire accident, you are supposed to dial 101 for calling a fire engine. And in case you get burn on your skin, you should not put pen, ink or coffee powder. If you put it, it will get infected. And you should never prick it with sharp things like needles. Again, that will cause the infection. In this session, we will discuss about water safety, electrical safety and road safety. Children, now we will learn about water safety. Water is the elixir of life. Elixir. E-L-I-X-I-R. Elixir. E-L-I-X-I-R. Elixir. Elixir is a magical or a medicinal potion or a drink. It is a magical drink. You know why water is called as a magical potion or elixir of life? It is because, you know, children, 71% of the earth is covered in water. Hence, we have got the planet name as the blue planet, right? And even in our body, around 60% of human body is made up of water. So we can say water is the elixir of life because without water we cannot survive, isn't it? Water is very important in our daily life. You cannot imagine without being water, isn't it? In the time of summer, the water will go scarce and we preserve it, isn't it? We can use it very, very carefully. If we violate the safety rules while bathing in lake, river, waterfalls and sea, accidents will occur. If you try to jump or if you try to disobey the rules while bathing on a lake or in a river or a waterfall or a sea, there are chances for an accident. Children, have you ever bathed in a lake or a river? Yes, very good. With whom did you went? With whom did you go there? Oh, right, with your parents. Very good. Whenever we take bath in river or pond, we should always go with elders. We should be always with elders. You should not go alone. If you know to swim, we will go for a bath in a river or a pond. You should know how to swim. Then only you should go to have a bath in the river or pond. Water, children, is very, very important part of our life. We cannot imagine a day without using the water. Not only for us, even for the animals, it need water, plants need water, industries need water, and there is not a place where there is no need for water. Having known the importance of water, let us see the precautions, what we have to do for water safety. The first thing, there is a beautiful pond and a beach there. Okay, and what we are supposed to do? You should not go alone to bath in water bodies. You should never go alone to bath in the water bodies. The second one is do not step into the stagnant pond. The word is stagnant. S-T-A-G-N-A-N-T. Stagnant. Stagnant is still. The pond is not moving. You will think water is very less, but you should not step into the stagnant, which is not moving pond. A pond which is still, which is not moving. Water is not moving. You should never step into that. You should not put your leg in that. Third one is do not go beyond the danger zone. There will be marked that this is the danger zone. Even in the waterfall area also, in the Kutralam Falls, you can see there is a fence given. You are not supposed to go beyond the fence. So same way, you should not go beyond the danger zone. Beyond that, you should never go. Number 4. Do not peep into the well. We all have a tendency to peep, to look and lead and look, right? You should never peep into a well. We don't know how deep or dangerous the well is. Our legs may slip. We may fall down with our heads down. So we will suffer an accident. So you should never peep into a well. The fifth one is we have to wear life jacket when we travel in water. You can see the band riding a boat. They are wearing an orange color vest. That is called as a life jacket. There is a life jacket and you should wear your life jacket when you travel in water. When you're going on a boat ride or going on a ride in the sea, you have to wear a life jacket. It will allow you to float on the water. Even if you don't know swimming, you will be floating on the water so that you can breathe and you can wait for the people to come and rescue you. That's why they are asking you to wear the life jacket. As the name suggests, it is for our life. It is a protection for our life. It will allow us to float on the water. We will not be sinking down. Even if you don't know swimming, you will be floating on the water. Next, we will learn about electrical safety. Electrical safety. ELECTRICAL. Electrical safety. Electricity, ELECTRICITY, electricity has become a necessity for our lives. What is the meaning of necessity? NECESSITY. Necessity is a very, very important thing. Electricity is very important in our lives. Times have changed these days that things don't function without electricity. If you talk to your grandma, she will be saying when she was small, she had to grind everything, she had to powder everything in the grindstone. Only then. Nowadays, we are having grinder. All the electronic gadgets are available. We can for grinding, for mixing, for juicing, for cooking, and you name it and you can have it, isn't it? So there is not even a single instrument which is not working without electricity, except for the cycles which you ride. It is used in houses. We can use the electricity. We use electricity in houses, at our homes, factories, and other workplaces. Even in school, we use electricity, isn't it? You can't even imagine sitting in the class without fan, correct? So it is used everywhere. And definitely when it is used, accidents also will occur if you are very careless. If you are very careless, there may be chances for accident in the case of an electricity. And children, if you have an electrical short circuit, there is spark coming out or smoke coming out from the wires, you should never ever pour water to extinguish the fire that is caused by electrical short circuit. If the wires are touching and spark is there is a chance of fire. You should never pour water on it. It becomes very dangerous. As children, what are the precautions you can take while using the electricity? The first thing is, do not touch switches, plugs, or electrical wires with wet hand. If your hand is wet, you should not touch the switch. Learn the spelling of switch. SWITCH, switch. SWITCH, switch. The next one is plug. PLUGS, plugs. PLUGS, plugs. Electrical wires. ELECTRICAL, electrical wires. WIRES, wires. You should not touch switches, plugs or electrical wires with wet hand. If your hand is wet, if it is dipped in water, if there is water is there in your hand, you should never touch the switch, plugs or electrical wires. The second thing, do not touch the iron box and other electrical appliances when they are switched on. Your mother will be ironing the clothes. At that time, never go and try to touch it. You should never touch the iron box or other electrical appliances, maybe a water heater or maybe a hot stove. You should not touch it. Third thing is, do not play near electrical towers or transformers. You should not be going and running around and playing near the towers, electrical towers or the transformers. Okay, you should never play that. Number 4, do not climb on electrical